Hello, Mr. Ed here. It is December 29th, 2022. Just 7 more days and it's Hive Live. Man, I am like stoked to get up to Tennessee and see everybody up there and just hang out at Hive Live for 4 or 5 days. It is going to be awesome. So sorry that all of y'all can't get up there. I mean, that thing, it's been sold out for months. There's going to be over 2,000 people up there. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so great. But before I leave, I want to finish up a job that I actually started like about 6 weeks ago, which is removing the third honey super from any boxes, hives that I still hadn't removed them from. And those are the ones only here at the Abbey. And they're in the back of the Abbey. I don't go back there very often, and so today I figured that our temperatures warmed up after that terrible cold weather that came through last week. I mean, it wasn't just here in Louisiana, all over the country. When that big old Arctic front came through, and everybody was in the below the zero, and even here in Louisiana, we were in the teens, and 2 days, it never got out of 20 degrees. So our bees were locked up in that cold weather for at least 3 days that they didn't fly. And we had, like I said, temperatures in the 20s. So, and even at night, it was in the teens. So I'm gonna make a combo of this. I'm gonna go back there, remove those honey supers that are still on there, because I wanna get my boxes down to just my brood boxes, my two brood boxes. I want to get them down to there, and so that way, in preparation for when we're going to start doing our splits, hopefully in February, end of February, March. And at the same time, I'm going to see if we had any deadouts or anything that happened from that freeze. So by the grace of God, we're not going to find too many deadouts back there due to the freeze, but I think we're going to find at least 1 or 2, because it is very remote back there, and it definitely probably gets colder back there than it does where there's no concrete. It's in the woods. So we'll find out what's going on, and then also bring in our deeps. And at the end, I've got another surprise for you. I know people up north, y'all are still probably got digging out of the snow, and at the end of this video, I hope to show you something that I know it was going on Sunday and yesterday when I looked. So maybe today they'll be out there again today. So we'll find that out. So let's head in the back and let's find out what those bees are doing back there. Let's wrangle, huh? Well, well, the first thing I observe upon getting here is there are no hives that have a third super on them. None of them. Wow. So that at least is a little bit less work that I've got to do. The only thing now is to find out which of these hives, if we have any deadouts. And the last time I was here was when we pulled the supers. So that was sometime the middle of July, beginning of July. So that's the last time I've been out here. So that's July, August, September, October, November. 4 months since I've been back here. And yeah, I must have had deadouts at that time because I've thrown some of these hives open to let them get robbed out. So let's go find out how the bees made out in that cold weather. Let's go ahead and take just a quick peek to see if we have activity on the boxes, on the hives. Oh yeah, look at that one. Nice. This one's not too good. Oh, but there's a bee in there. Right there. Let's look at this one. I don't see anything in that one. Now this was a single one right here, so it must have been in pretty bad shape before. So I don't know. That one probably is a dead out. That one. Oh, look at this. Boy, that's real nice right there. Huh? Very good. Our temperature right now is right about 65, 66. So they're flying. If they got bees, I don't have bees. See any on that one? Oh, but their box is very heavy, so they might be in there still. Have to find that out. We got a few bees coming and going here. Again, another heavy box. Same situation, not a lot of bees on the outside. It's heavy. A few bees right there. There's a bunch of bees right there. Around. And then we got bees coming out of those two holes. Oh, look at this one. Very good. Oh, look at that. Oh, we already started there. All right, let's go look over here. Oh man, this is good. Look at that. Wow. A lot of activity. And that one as well. Very good. You think I'm going to have to do some cleaning up around here? Alright, let's go over here. Check out these. It's about this one right here. Oh, there's some bees flying on it. And on this side, well, nothing here, but it is heavy. So I know we can open that one up too. Wow, that's only a single box. So those bees got reduced down to a single box, and they have done well. That's awesome. That's so encouraging when I find that. See, these kind of bees, these are the ones that I really look for to get some good genetics out of these. The ones that fight to come back, and they do come back, they generally are really good little Hives 57 bees. Here's another single one, and I don't know, it's still heavy. It may have these may have died out in that frost. We're gonna open that one up for sure. Let's see what else we got. It's a double. There's a bee right there. So there's bees in that box. What about this one? It's heavy, so I don't see any bees coming out. We're gonna open up that one as well. And we got one over here. Lots of bees. Oh, it's bringing pollen in. I saw that one coming in with pollen just now. Wow, awesome. All right, we got this one over here. And I don't see any activity on the front of that one. Let's see how heavy it is. It's got some weight, but it's not too heavy. Let's go ahead and start with this one right here. I know when we came and pulled our honey off of these boxes in July, this was an active hive. So something is definitely amiss in here. Let's find out if it's already been robbed out or what. So there's no more stores in here whatsoever. This is all going to make some great brood boxes. Now the great thing about this time of year being cold, our beetles gone, hive moth, wax moth gone. So all of this comb in here. This is going to make ideal brood boxes. When I'll be able to just drop these boxes when I do my splits, drop these boxes right on top of them, and they're gonna clean them up and really do good. So I don't know, since I don't see any bees dead in the bottom or in here, I would say that these bees absconded sometime and they've just left everything. So this is still very, very valuable, even though we don't have bees in it. Let's look at the next one. Even though I know we've got bees in this hive, by this, I just want to check how many bees are in this second box. So look at this, all the way up on the top. Oh, that's awesome. I'm not gonna pop the inner cover. Let me grab the camera and let you see the bees on those frames. That's awesome. And look at all those bees in there. Goodness sakes. I almost want to pop that lid, but I know it's better not to. I don't have to worry about our hive beetles. That cold took care of those beetles. So, but I still don't want to rupture that propolis seal that they've done in it. So let's close this one up and move on to the next. Now this hive has very little activity on the front of it. Look at this. Some kind of cocoon. Let's see what's going on with this one. Oh yeah, we got roaches in here, but look at the bees coming out. Look at that. Woo-wee. All right, let's close this one up. Perfect. And another one with very few bees coming out of it. Let's look what's going on. Ooh, that's enough. I don't have any smoke. I'm just checking for activity, and look at that. You saw it. I saw it at least. Hopefully the camera got it. All right, let's look at the next. All right, so this is a single one. So there were issues with this one initially. Let's see if we still got bees in it. Oh yeah, we got bees. Awesome. That's so nice. So like I said, I like the boxes that when you break them down to one and they survive, man, those are, to me, I found that great genetics. So let's kill this roach right here and here. And look at this, boy. Very good, very good. All right, let's close that up. Here's the other single one, and there's so many bees outside of that, I'm not even gonna open this one up. But on this box right here, there's very little activity. Let's open up this one and see what's going on. Well, we do have bees in it. And here they come. They're coming out. So, awesome. Let's move on. And this is another one that doesn't need to be checked. Lots of bees action going on there. And I've checked all of them as far as their weight. They're all got, their boxes are heavy, so I'm not worried about them not having enough stores. So let's move on to the next one. To save a little bit of time, I went and I popped the lids off of all these boxes that have 2 deeps on them, and every one of them had bees up in the top. So man, it's like, and then the 2 behind me as well. So as far as I can tell right now, none of our hives were killed due to that cold. Now that one hive back there that only had the single super on it, I didn't open that one up, so let's go over there and look at that one and see what's going on with that one. Now let's find out what's going on with this one. Oh man, look at this. Oh my goodness. Now these carpenter ants, look at all the queen ants in here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's literally dozens of them. Now, I don't like these things, and they really don't hurt the bees because they don't go in there, but I don't want them in here. So these guys are just going to have to suffer the consequences for choosing this hive to take up residence in. That was a lot of queen ants. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. These black ants, they'll get into strong hives, but they definitely love when moving into a hive that does not have bees in it. They have their free reign. But generally, that's where I find them, is underneath on top of the inner cover is where I'll generally find. I've never seen them inside of the hive. Golly, it's a lot of them. A lot of queens. I suppose. So here we go inside of what's going on with this hive. Let's pull out some of these frames. You definitely can tell it was robbed out. At what time, I don't know that, but it was definitely robbed out. So it had to be when the weather is warm, because look, we have wax moth cocoons right there. So this could have been done way up in August, September, possibly. Yeah, so it definitely wasn't the cold that got these bees. Something else did. Alright, so always not fun finding it, but you're going to encounter that as part of the deal. I'm not going to worry about the rest of these ants. When I move this box, I'll take care of it at that point. I'm so happy because that's 23 hives that are back here. Out of 23, there were 2 of them deadouts since I came here pulling the honey back in July. So none of them perished in that cold. And I really think it's got to do with the fact that they're due to their isolation back here, as well as them living underneath the little lean-to structures that I had built back there, and as well as they had stores, sufficient stores in their hives, and they're still heavy. I mean, by no stretch of the imagination is winter over, but come really, it's really just 6 weeks away. We're going to start finding swarm cells in our boxes, I hope. And so, I mean, the cycle is already beginning. It's already beginning. So I am definitely pleased what I found back here. Now, I looked at the ones up in the front. We've probably got 15, 20, probably about 25 or 30 more hives up in the front, and all of those made it through as well. So did we lose any to that cold? No, we did not lose it. And man, it's just like, I'm tickled pink about that. So I got one more, hopefully, surprise that I want to show you, but we got to go back up into the front for me to show it to you. So let's pack this thing up, head up to the front. And one more thing. Thank you, Jesus. Wow, it makes me so happy to feel that, to know that our bees are prospering back here. All right, now for me to show you this surprise, and no, it's not like the dirt rooster's gonna pop out of somewhere and yell surprise, or Wreck-It Ralph's gonna jump out and say something wearing his ugly Christmas sweater, or Good Time Charlie with a big old fish in his hat, and nothing like that. We actually have to walk into an area of the monastery that is closed off to the public, the cloister area, because it's well, it's in that area, and I've been keeping my eye on this for the last week and a half, because I knew it was coming. Now you got to keep in mind, today is the 29th of December, and I know most areas in the country, not counting us here down in the south, it's still cold, and man, I just saw in the weather that there's another severe front coming through, another really cold one that's going to be hammering out west. So winter is still here. But what's funny about cycles, and if you're aware of them, of what really is going on, and you may not even be aware of it. So as we're in the little courtyard of the monastery, in the rear of the monastery, and let me see if I'm looking right now. Oh yeah, I see it. Ooh. So let me turn the camera around. Oh, you're not gonna believe this. Remember, today is December 29th, and now let me turn the camera around and show you what I'm looking at. I apologize for that hum of that motor, but I'm standing right there next to it, and look at this. This is a red maple tree, and look, gotta zoom in, look at the activity going on up there. Do you see all those bees? I can't really see inside the screen, but it is loaded with honeybees. And I'm gonna zoom in real close, see if I can get some of these blooms that are going on with that tree. There they are, blooming out already. And it still isn't the 1st of January. Now typically, this happens the 1st week in January, 2nd week in January, that the red maples along with the willows start blooming. But they're a little bit early this year. For what reason, I couldn't tell you, but I hope that you all can see those bees flying up there. I moved around to the other side, and look at the bees on these blooms. Now that was something. Bees gathering pollen, and we're still in December. And they're gathering that pollen right now because the queens, they're coming out. They're gonna start doing their laying. So they're out looking for brood, and if they can grab some nectar off of those blooms, they'll grab that too. But oh my gosh, it's just like so exciting to see this whole process beginning again. Because I mean, for me, I'm already thinking about getting my swarm cells, making my splits, doing the splits, then doing the honey process. Oh, it's like that cycle for all beekeepers. It's the same. You just feel that urgency to do your bees and let be a part of that. It's just so very exciting. So again, I want to say how much I am looking forward to seeing everybody at Hive Live that I can possibly do. It's just going to be so wonderful. Here it is, just in 7 more days it'll begin, and I'm hoping to do something when I'm up there, whether go live or post something as I'm up there. I don't know yet, because I really don't know what the schedule is going to be, but whatever it is going to be, it's going to be fun. So I'm also grateful, after checking all of our hives, that the freeze that we had, there was no sustainable no damage to our maybe to the boxes, but the bees themselves, they came through us. So boy, that is so I'm so happy about it. Now I know I checked 3 other yards, and the same thing, the scenario was the same. The bees are really, they're active right now. So there's still 4 other yards that I didn't go check, so I don't know what those are, but hopefully when I get back, I'll make a round, start pulling out my old equipment that I've got to get ready and prep and get ready for the springtime. But a lot of work up ahead. But that's on another day. So for this one, that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching. Keep on watching, and I'll be making more. God bless, Mr. Ed, and see you next year. Happy New Year too.